Jardin C&C. So Cycle Carriage, you're right. Yeah. Now, so this is quite a huge conglomerate. So they basically have very well diversified industries, as you can see here. Predominantly automotive. So like, for example, Cycle and Carriage, they actually sell Mercedes. Not sure they still carry Mitsubishi or not. I think Kia is by them. They are also invested into various different type of industries. From automotive to financial, agri, utilities, property, cement, so on and so forth. So what I understand here is this, they tend to be more like investment holding company. So they actually acquire, or either that be shareholders of those very established local companies. Okay. So they are very active, as you can see here, most active in Indonesia. Okay, in fact, Singapore, Thailand is actually very small. They are very active in Indonesia and Vietnam. Okay, so what is my growth story here is basically the Southeast Asian growth. Also, if you believe that, thank you so much, Astra, thank you so much. So if you believe that Asia will continue to grow, Asia will still continue to have high GDP growth, then probably this is one company that may benefit. And based on the numbers here, that means predominantly betting on Indonesia and Vietnam growth. And if you talk about these two companies, their GDP growth should be still in the 5% range, if I didn't remember wrongly. Okay, if I didn't remember wrongly, it should be about the 5%. Maybe you can just take a quick look. What is the GDP growth? Let's take a quick look. If you want to find, usually I go to tradingeconomics.com. Tradingeconomics.com. Let's look at the okay. Okay, let's look at Asia. Indonesia GDP year on year is about 5.44. Okay, Vietnam is about 7.72. So you are looking at some of the highest growth countries in Southeast Asia. So I'm actually betting on that. I see that as the growth story. Okay. Aztec IPO only in mid-2021. Okay, when did Aztec IPO? Let's check. So you can actually see when the IPO here, sgx.com, securities IPO, IPO performance. Aztec. Okay, you are correct. 12 March 2021. Okay, 12 March 2021, that is when Aztec IPO. Okay, thank you. Okay, but personally, I am actually not a fan of companies with very diversified businesses, especially they are unrelated, or not exactly very related. Okay, so this is my personal opinion. I don't really like companies whereby they are into every parts of the business. Okay, like for example, agri and property and automotive, I think they are very separate. You need separate technology, you need separate know-how and things like that. So I thought it's a little bit too diversified, or at least they are not really related. Okay, so the only thing I like is these two countries. So I do believe that these two countries will continue to grow well. Okay, so revenue growing very nicely, profit growing very nicely, and 6 tests pass. Okay, profit pass by increasing 12.5%, current ratio debt equity, interest cover, all pass, all pass. And okay, so this is the one that caught my attention. Okay, in fact, I already tried to what do you call that? Be very conservative on my DCF. I think I put like 0% growth or something like that. I didn't put like revenue growth. Okay, so you have actually have such huge what do you call that? Difference. So of course my DCF calculation could be wrong, or either that, you know, okay, basically they could be in a stage whereby the revenue will continue to drop. I don't know. Okay, but if I remember correctly, my assumption is that if they can just sustain their current level, sustain their current profit, okay, this is the kind of DCF value that they deserve. Okay, so it seems to be quite undervalued, and of course there's a growth story, which is why I like Indonesia and Vietnam. I do believe these two countries continue to grow. Their dividend yield is also quite okay. Okay, if you ask me, 3.5, 3.7% is actually quite okay. Okay, I see some questions. Let me try to take them. Can you explain why companies would want to delist and list again? So a lot of this is management decisions. Management decisions sometimes may not be related to business. Okay, so you have to understand end of the day, you know, that person that make all these decisions is so personal and can be very emotional and so on and so forth. So I don't really have answer for it. Like for example, I think Ron Sim, he actually delisted from Singapore and go to Hong Kong. So it could be like, you know, he finds that Hong Kong is better or whatever, I don't know. Okay. If the company owners can lowball delist at 40 cents and lease again $1, why not? Yeah, possible. Thank you so much, Chun Woon. Thank you so much. Jardin is considered conglomerate. Yes. So based on my understanding, you define conglomerate whereby you have a lot of subsidiaries, a lot of different subsidiaries. So I would think that Jardin is a conglomerate. Thank you so much, Kadipan. Thanks for sharing. Jardin C&C financial service related to provision of automotive loans, especially in the okay. Thank you so much. So thanks for sharing this info. That means to a certain extent they are related. I think that's what you're trying to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. Would electric car and driverless car affect the Jardin business? Okay, so based on my understanding, they are more of like a distributor. In terms of their cars, they're more like a distributor. Like for example, they actually distribute Mercedes. They actually distribute Kia Motors. If you go to Lenki right now, you can see C&C, Cycle and Courage, is theirs. Okay, so it doesn't mean that they are the one that manufacture. So when you have driverless car, then they maybe distribute driverless car. So this is what I would understand. Or if they have like electric car, then they will just distribute electric car. So they are not really a manufacturer, distributor. Okay, so my answer is I don't think so. You will affect their business.